Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. So my name is Rizwana binti Haji Ramli, 25MC1604, and I will be the first presenter for this topic, which is on the status of insect-derived dyes, Cochineal, within the halal industry in Brunei Darussalam, Malaysia and Indonesia. So a little bit background of the Cochineal, in which it is a tiny insect often found in tropical and subtropical areas, such as from its main host, which is the prickly pear cactus known as Noppalia and Opuntia. Cochineal is also known as carmine, carminic acid, C1 natural red 4, and E120. Mainly, the female cochineals are the ones which synthesize carminic acid that produces a lot of red vibrant color, in which this has been utilized as a coloring agent for food, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals. So there has been concerns and questions regarding their permissibility on the usage of cochineal, whether it is permissible or not permissible for application, especially in the halal industry. Therefore, the objective of this research is to explore the Islamic rulings based on scholars' interpretations and fatwas released by aforementioned countries on the usage of insects within the halal industry. Furthermore, it is to give clear insights on the permissibility of using natural red dye derived from insects. So before going deeper on the rulings and justifications or fatwas on the usage of cochineal, we need to look into the general rulings on insects based on the four mazhabs or four scholars known as Shafi'i, Hanafi, Hanbali, and Maliki. So according to Shafi'i, Hanafi, and Hanbali, they believe that it is not permissible for the usage of insects except locust and water insects. One of the reasons is due to the nature of the insects being filthy and unclean, which is not aligned with the halalan tayyiban concept. As mentioned, locusts and water insects that do not pose any harm are allowed. This can be supported by a hadith by Ibn Majah, in which the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that two types of dead meat and two types of blood have been made lawful for us. The two dead meats are fish and locusts, and the two bloods are liver and spleen. As for Maliki scholars, everything is permissible unless clearly stated in the Quran and Hadith of its unhygienic and harmful characters. According to them, the general rulings are permissible until explicitly stated otherwise in the divine sources. Therefore, based on the Maliki schools, they hold that insects are permitted for consumption, as there are no verses that clearly prohibits it.
I'm Izzati with the student ID number 24MC2601. So I'll be discussing on the halal status of cochineal, which is ruling issued in Brunei Darussalam and Malaysia and Indonesia. In Brunei Darussalam, the State Mufti Department issued a fatwa in 2015 stated that any product that contain cochineal insects are haram. So this ruling follows the Shafi'i school of thought, which is the official mazhab. So according to this view, an insect like cochineal is considered najis. This is supported in the Surah Al-A'raf, verse 157, which forbids the consumption of impure substance. So the fatwa also rejects the principle of istihala, which Brunei Mufti emphasized that since the source of cochineal is haram, any product made from it remain haram even after processing. Malaysia, the legal status of cochineal dye reflects the country, the world federal state fatwa structure, which has led to different ruling, which is based on the very interpretation of usul al-fiqh. So according to the National Fatwa Committee, so they stated that any product that contain cochineal is permissible, which is based on three principles. First, cochineal insects do not have flowing blood, so their carcass are pure and not najis. By an analogy kias, which is cochineal is compared to the locusts, which are halal, and the legal maxim of permissibility, which state that all things are allowed unless proven otherwise. However, the Federal Authority Mufti Office issued a contradictory ruling in 2023, which is containing cochineal is haram. So according to the fatwa, it's classified that cochineal as part of al-hasharat, or small crawling insects, which are generally considered impure and repulsive. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, it stated that the Majlis Ulama Indonesia issued fatwa that any product that contains cochineal is permissible. So this is based on the three major reference, which is the first, prohibition of cochineal is not explicitly mentioned in the Quran or authentic hadith. Second, the MUI applied qiyas, which is equating cochineal with the locusts, which are permitted. And third, since cochineal insects do not have flowing blood, their carcasses are considered pure and clean rather than impure. So this approach aligned with the Indonesia broader jurisprudential methodology that emphasize that any benefit and the absence of haram. So next is on the issues. There are no condemnation concerns regarding the usage of cochineal. However, its use raises halal concern among the Islamic scholars and fatwa bodies in different countries. So different countries have different ruling, make it difficult to have one universal halal certification standard. So from a health perspective, most people may experience several health issues such as allergic reaction, skin issues, breathing problems, and heart rhythm problems. So to conclude, the halal status of cochineal red dye differ across countries because scholars and fatwa authorities have different interpretation. Some prohibit cochineal, saying insects are impure. Others allow it, arguing that the insects without flowing blood are considered pure or clean, therefore permissible. So these differences show that the need for harmonized halal standards across Muslim countries to ensure that the clarity, consistency, and consumer trust.